I'm Laura Davis. I'm a volunteer here, and I don't ever say I'm just a volunteer. We've been warned not to do that because the volunteers are very important here. I've been a volunteer for over 20 years, and I have a lot of jobs here at the hospice house as well as the in-home program. I sit at the front desk quite a bit, and that's really a good thing because we see people coming in for the first time, family members that are coming in, and you can just see that they're just carrying all these burdens on their shoulders. And it feels good to put them at ease a little bit and to let them know a little bit about the hospice house and what we do here. I do a lot of clerical work. I do a lot of crafts. We do a lot of things for our patients here. One of the things that we do here at the hospice house is we make neck pillows for all of our patients. The patients, that by the time they get here or when they're with hospice, even in the home, it's very difficult for them to hold their heads up. They're weak and everything, so these neck pillows give them the support to watch TV, carry on conversations, and even eat and everything, so that's a really good thing. The volunteers bake birthday cakes for all of our patients, get a birthday cake on their birthday. We celebrate a lot of things here that the volunteers are very involved with. We have wedding ceremonies here, occasionally just at the last minute that something will happen. We have baptisms here, which is a really good thing. We have memorial services. When someone wants to have their memorial service here, we just make that happen. And I will say one of the most important things that I think that we concentrate on is that we do something today. We don't put off till tomorrow, because a lot of our patients and our families don't necessarily have tomorrow. They have today, and we try to make that the best we can. I think sometimes it is worse for the families than it is for the patients. The families just don't know. When they come in this door first thing, they don't know what it's going to be like. All they're feeling at that point is just the pain of what is happening. So to come in here and to hear the soothing voices of people around them, oh, and this is beautiful. We do not have an intercom system here. It's quiet. This is a really reverent sanctuary for these people, and to let them know that they don't have to do anything anymore. They don't have to change diapers. They don't have to bathe them or do anything like that. All they have to do is be here. And I think after just a little while they sense that this is my new role, is just to be here. Oh, I did have one in-home patient that she was just a crotchety old woman. She was not the sweet little grandmother that you think of and everything. And her daughters, 3 daughters, had taken her into their home, and were caring for her the best they could, and she just stayed crotchety all the time, and she wouldn't keep a blanket on her. She was cold all the time. So I told her on one of my visits to her, and we try to visit at least every week. A volunteer will go in and see someone at least once a week. And I had been to see her before, so this is my trip to see her. And I told her the next week I was going to bring her a prayer shawl. Now, we have a whole group of volunteers that do nothing but make these beautiful prayer shawls. And they have a prayer that we attach to them when we give them to people. The next week I brought the prayer shawl to the woman, and I told her, I said, now I'm going to put this over you to keep you warm, and this is going to be just like Jesus wrapping his arms around you. You cannot just push this off. You have to keep this on you. You can't do this. And she's going, I don't know if I'll do that or not. Just like that. I said, you better get right, lady. You just better get right with things. So the next week when I went, she had the prayer shawl over her, and she was a little happier. You know, she was a little kinder, a little bit nicer. Well, I think she lived about another 4 or 5 weeks. And when I went to the funeral, and we do try to go to funerals when we have had direct contact with the family and the patients and everything, we go to the rest home if they end up there. We also go to when they receive people at the funeral home. We try to do those things as well. And there she was, and she had the prayer shawl wrapped around her. And the daughter said, you know, she made us promise her that she would be buried with this because Jesus' arms were wrapped around her. Said, Miss Laura said that. So we have a lot of families that I think are dependent to an extent on the volunteers coming, because the main thing is they can get away from the home. they can leave. The same thing here at the hospice house. If you have sat with your wife or your husband, your mother or father or something for 24 hours, you need to get out of the room for a few minutes, walk around the building, walk around inside, go get something to eat. But take that break. It's good for everybody when they do that.